Hey, what's going on folks? My name's Gray, this is Consoletronics, and today's episode is a follow-up to my 300 subs video, in which I asked you guys to leave any questions you might have for me in the comment section. Well, here I am today to answer them. I would have done it a couple of days ago, but unfortunately, I ended up burning myself quite badly. Oh, that's not quite right. I didn't actually burn myself. Oh, it's a long story. All I've been doing today is explaining to people what happened to here. So I'll let you guys know some other time when I'm not sick of talking about it. But so let's get straight on to it, because the first man to pipe up was my main man on the trigger, Daniel R. And he says,
"Congrats on 300. Nice video. Keep it up. And thanks for using the intro I made you. Smiley face."
You're more than welcome, man, Dan. It was a nice touch. Plus, it's the only thing anyone's ever given me since I started this whole YouTube business. And don't worry, I haven't forgotten about you. I will come and check you as soon as I get a chance. Things have just been a little bit crazy around here recently. And there will be a link to Daniel's YouTube in the description box down below. And I strongly advise you check him out, because this kid will be running things on YouTube in the future. Trust me on that. Anyway, the next one to chime in is Majora T, and he recently uploaded a video on one of my personal favourite RPGs on the PS2, Mana Khemia. Definitely give that a watch. Anyway, he goes on to say,
"Where'd you pick up the wicked slang? Big ups on the sub count."
That's an interesting question. I suppose a lot of it has got to do with the influences around me when I was growing up. So it's a combination of Jamaican yardie, Cockney villain, but also a liberal sprinkling of the philosophies of former New York City radio station Hot 97 DJ Star from the Star and Buck Wild show. And you guys don't know who that is. Well, don't worry, I'll give you a moment so you can Google him. Done? Good, because the next man on our list is no stranger to the thug life himself, and that's Tutti UK, and he goes on to state,
"Gzz on the subs, mate. He's hoping it stays above 300. LOL. I'm sure it will."
Thank you, Toots. And for those of you who don't know, Fruity UK is in fact the godfather of retro gaming on YouTube here in the UK. Believe me, there are plenty of bodies buried at the bottom of his garden, but I've already said too much. So let's keep it moving forward with Amiga Old School, who says,
"Massive congratulations on the 300 subs, Consoletronics. Question: what was your favourite TV channel your computer/console was tuned into?"
Wah. You young bucks wouldn't remember this, but there was a time where we had to manually tune in our television sets in order to play our games or watch our old school VHS cassettes. As for favourite channel, my favourite channel was always number 5, because that's my lucky number. But failing that, it would be number 11, because that was the number I wore when I played for my school football team. And next up to bat is my brother in the struggle, the isolated gamer, who goes on to say,
"We need you. Smiley face. Congrats on the 300 mark."
Thank you, man. It's been a long and at times pointless journey, but getting the positive feedback from cats like yourself is what motivates me to keep doing this and pushes me to up my game and make even better videos. And next up to the plate is my namesake Graham, who says,
"I'd rather you just stick to games and not drama. I think you have a very good taste in games, and your knowledge and insight into games is impressive. I consider this channel somewhat of a hidden gem."
Point taken on the drama. I just put it out there because I see so many people on YouTube taking all this drama business so seriously when it really doesn't warrant any kind of attention at all. So I thought we could have some fun with it, get a few laughs, and show people that all this drama business is not to be taken seriously in the slightest. It's funny you should mention this channel is something of a hidden gem. I used to jokingly refer to myself as the best kept secret on YouTube, but in the end, it turned out to be prophetic. And we go to another YouTuber who doesn't have anywhere near the amount of subs he deserves, Dead Thumbs Gamer.
"Consoletronics, I'm a fairly new sub, so I need to watch more content before I propose my questions. When is the deadline for question submission?"
Been and gone, fam. But let me take this opportunity to say that if you're watching this, thank you for all the comments you've been leaving on my videos recently. I have read them all. Sorry I haven't responded to each and every one of them, but my internet connection has been crazy over the last few weeks. It's been a struggle just to get on YouTube, let alone respond to all your comments. And can I also say that I showed you a nostalgia rap to some of my friends, and they all think you got bars, man. I would like to see some more. And next up, we go to a man who likes to get straight to the point. It's Steve Azusa with...
What game is that?
Damn, it got dark quick. What game was that? That game was Atelier Iris Eternal Mana on the PS2. A fantastic, if a little simplistic RPG, which is definitely worth playing if Japanese role-playing games are your cup of tea. And next up, we have a message from Dave Priest, who says...
Congrats, mate. Smiley face.
Thank you, man. And can I just say, I saw your Enduro Racer review, and damn if that didn't take me back. But we got no time to be sentimental, as Captain Commando NZ has something he wants to say to me.
Congrats on the subs. You deserve more. You're telling me, bruv. My questions. Any chance of a collection tour? Saturn or PS1?
As for collection videos, I have some planned. There's just some technical issues I need to address, some gremlins that need to be ironed out, but once that's taken care of, I'll look to upload them as soon as possible. I may also have some system reviews in the future, so look out for them. As for your other questions, Saturn or PS1, I remember the 32-bit era vividly. Although it's funny looking back now because at that time I grouped the PlayStation alongside the likes of the 3DO and the CDI, and I saw it as nothing more than an electronic company trying to get a slice of that gaming pie. I looked at the Sony and I didn't think they had the heritage or the breeding in order to compete with the gaming aristocracy of Sega and Nintendo. So I got myself a Saturn. And boy did I ever back the wrong horse that time. The PlayStation trounced not only the Saturn, the Nintendo 64, but also was kicking around long enough to spit in the face of the Sega Dreamcast. You just can't argue with that kind of success. The PlayStation wasn't just big, it was monumental. It was a pop culture phenomenon. It's level of success like we've never seen before in gaming or in any other field. So yeah, unfortunately I have to grudgingly say the PS1 was the better console. And on that depressing note, I do hope my man Jedi Mind Tricks has something to say in order to cheer me up.
Well done on 300 subs. Yeah, you should do some more vids like this that are short and sweet and from your core. Thank you, man. I will. And he also goes on to ask a few questions. Make that a lot of questions. Question 1. What are your top 5 martial arts films?
I knew he wouldn't let me down. Top 5 martial arts movies. Now you're talking my language. Gotta say, off the top of my head, and in no particular order, The Raid 2. I know a lot of people didn't like it. It's a very different film from the first, but if you give it a chance, it is one of the best martial arts films to be made in recent years. Fantastic movie. Let me think what else. Probably a surprise inclusion, this one, but I would say King of the Kickboxers. I saw that film when I was 13 years old, and I saw it again the other day, and it still looks as fresh. The fight choreography is stunning. Love that movie. Billy Blanks, Keith Cook, Lauren Avdon, all of them on top form. Oh god, what else? Gotta have some Bruce Lee in there. So I would say Way of the Dragon. I know Enter the Dragon's the much better film, but Way of the Dragon was the first Bruce Lee movie I saw. First time I saw a guy using nunchucks, oh my god. And in the words of epic rap battles of history, he fucked up Chuck Norris. Oh god, what else? I could do a top 50 list and still leave out some great titles. I'll tell you one I always liked. Prodigal Son. Co-starring and directed by Sammo Hung, starring Yun Bu. Golden Harvest at this time in the early 80s, they were trying to pimp Yun Bu out to the Japanese audience. For some reason, young Japanese females really took a shine to Yun Bu, so he was being pushed out there as a rival to Jackie Chan for a few years. He did films like Prodigal Son, The Champions, oh god, Dreadnought and a few others, but he never quite got onto the same level as Jackie. But Prodigal Son, great Wing Chun movie. How many is that? That's 4, but I would say without a shadow of a doubt, the single greatest martial arts movie ever made, bar none, Ong Bak 2. Or as it's known in the UK, Ong Bak The Beginning. This film, Tony Jaa, he had a fantastic debut in the original movie, but in part 2, oh my gosh, he took it to a whole new level. He shows off his trademark Muay Thai in this movie, but more than that, he does Kung Fu, Tiger Claw Kung Fu, drunken style Kung Fu, he even has a go at a samurai sword. The end fight scene alone, I watched every single day, at least once every single day for about 3-4 months straight. It's brilliant. What else?
Question 2. Do you remember Cobra Troop 2 Shoes? I think I've got the name right. Lovely shoes, although I seem to remember that there were some racist overtones to the makers of said shoes. No idea if those rumours were correct.
I can't believe I forgot Ip Man. As a Cobra Troop, I do have a vague recollection of them. I never owned any myself. I do remember they were hot for all of a minute. Them and another brand, what was it? Fubu, I think. I saw racist overtones. I think they were marketed as an urban brand. And they were promoted by sports stars of the day, and even rappers, I think. I think even LL Cool J had a line of exclusive shoes with them.
Question 3. Has any current gen game blown you away? Pikmin 3 and Super Mario 3D World for me. I take it you're a Nintendo Wii owner then.
I wouldn't say any game has truly blown me away this generation, but I'll tell you one game that has definitely surprised me, and very pleasantly so, and that's the new Doom. I mean, combining the old-fashioned sort of run-and-gun style of classic first-person shooters with the more modern, hard-nosed sensibilities of today was always going to be like getting two pandas to mate. You just did not know what the result was going to be. But damn it, the gaming god smiled and the planets aligned because we got a fantastic game. And if you haven't played it yet, you definitely need to try it. It's superb.
Question 4. What's your most played game? I don't even need to cut away for this one. My most played game of all time is Football Manager. I played that game for the first time in '98, and the last version of it I played was in 2012. And I can tell you right here, right now, I must have put in tens of thousands of hours into that game, if not hundreds. That game was my crack cocaine. Question 5. Best film you've seen this year?
The Mermaid. Let me explain real quick. The Mermaid comes to us from the same guy behind Shaolin Soccer and Kung Fu Hustle, Stephen Chow. Now, I actually watched this film with pretty low expectations because a lot of the rumours I was hearing coming out of China were that this film had gone massively over budget, and a lot of the Chinese censors were on Stephen's back telling him what he could put in, what he could use and what he couldn't use in the film. So like I say, I watched it not really expecting all that much, but I was completely blown away. Stephen Chow is back to his very, very best. I remember this guy way back in the 90s when he was doing those Canto Babble films, like From Beijing with Love or Fight Back to School. The Mermaid, fantastic film. This film restored my faith in cinema. What more can I say?
Question 6. Best and worst things about the YouTube gaming community? If I don't lose a load of subs after answering this one, I never will.
Well, first of all, what most people call a community, I tend to call the competition. But in all seriousness, the best things about YouTube is it doesn't matter if you're just starting out or whether you've been here for a while. 98% of the people here on YouTube are approachable. You can ask people questions, you can ask them what software they're using, you can ask them anything, and 9 times out of 10 they will help you. I myself, I try to go around, I try and look out for the little guys, I try and give them some support if they need it, give them a sub, what have you. That is definitely one of the best things about YouTube. The fact that Even the guys who've been here for years, even guys who are well established, they will help you if you need help or if you ask for anything. They'll try and help you. As for the worst things, there's a lot of people been talking about things that they don't like on YouTube, but one thing that needs to be brought up, which a lot of people haven't mentioned, or at least I haven't seen anyone talk about, and this is specifically to the retro side of things, is that how retro is perceived by people outside of the retro bubble. Because from the outside looking in, it's not favourable. We tend to be looked upon as the sort of pipe and slippers side of YouTube. And while there are plenty of people who like to do their rambling and keep it cozy, and I have no problem at all with that myself, it's just that when you don't have an alternative to that style, that's when we start to get problems. And I've got to be very careful and choose my words pretty carefully here, because I don't want to upset anyone. I'm not targeting anyone, I'm not having a go at anyone, but I know a lot of people who enjoy YouTube, but even though I tend to make videos in the retro side of things, they won't even watch my videos because of how they sort of perceive retro gaming. So that is probably one of the worst things I can think of off the top of my head. I may even actually devote a whole video to this subject, because I've been learning a lot about retro, or how retro is seen on the outside. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I think we better move on to the next question, and pretty damn quickly as well.
Damn, I knew I should have thought about these questions in advance, but I wanted to keep this video raw, as Mr. Oreo76 does with his question. First, so my question to you is, are you an arse or breast man?
I'm thinking really hard. There's definitely advantages to both. I mean, for example, you can get away with staring at a girl's arse, because I mean, how the hell is she gonna know? She's gonna be looking the other way. But if I had to give a definite answer, I'd have to say I'm a breast man. But on the subject of the fairer sex, I'd have to say I like my girls how I like my wine. 15 years old and locked in my basement. And on that note, I think we're done here. But damn it, Jedi Mind Tricks, you caught me on the hop with that question. Suddenly now I feel I'm in a better position to articulate my answer, but it's too late. I may well do another video just on that subject, because there's quite a lot of things I'd like to say on it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. In other news, I may well have a new YouTube channel coming out. One that's going to be dedicated to the current generation of systems, and I'm hoping to do that in collaboration with a friend of mine. I'm just waiting for him to get his finger out of his arse before we can go ahead with it. But that's not saying that I'm going to stop doing retro. I'm too invested in retro. Consoletronics is going to be here for the long haul. Trust me when I say that. But yeah, just like to take this opportunity to thank all you guys who left questions. It's been a lot of fun. Thank you to all the guys who watched, who liked the video. And if you're checking across this video or you're checking out my channel for the first time, hope you enjoyed it. There'll be plenty more like this coming soon. That's pretty much it. Like I say, thank you to all you guys who made it to the end of the video and watching this right now. Thank you. You guys are the reason why I'm still here. That's pretty much it. Yeah, some more videos up very soon. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.